A man arrested over the weekend in George West after being caught transporting marijuana from Colorado. It was on Friday. 36-year-old Joel Santrock was stopped on Interstate 37. Authorities say he smelled very strongly of marijuana. Sure enough, they found 27.5 pounds of it, along with various other types of THC in his vehicle. Santrock admitted he bought the marijuana and THC in Colorado and was taking it back to Corpus Christi. He was booked into the Live Oak County Jail for 4 counts possession of a controlled substance and 1 count of possession of marijuana.